Want to know what an investment bank is? For example, think of this one company. A is a company that wanted to sell its share for the public. B is a group of investors, and this is the investment bank. So probably this company might sell directly to these investors, or this company might give its shares to this investment bank, and the investment bank will sell these shares on behalf of this company for the investors, and take the money from the investors and distribute to the company again. So from that, it might take some amount of commissions. So the money that is invested from this group of investors to this investment bank is not considered as a deposit. That's why this investment bank is not a depository financial institution, because they do not have any agreement to withdraw this money from the investment bank. If you are one of, think of yourself as one of this group of investors, you don't even have fixed amount of return like interest for your payments to this investment bank. So you cannot consider this investment bank as a depository institution. So investment banks can also earn some fees by advising some services related to mergers, acquisitions, and other corporate transactions. We don't care about these things, but they are also engaged in advisory services, and they can earn fees from that. The other non-depository financial institutions are investment banks. Probably if you might not know this, it might be hard for you to differentiate investment banks from mutual funds. They give the same service as a mutual fund. So both investment banks and mutual funds works in this way. For example, think of these are the money from different investors, or think of these are investors. So one might have a small amount of money that's hard to invest in any company. However, this investment company pulls different resources from different investors. They will have a large amount of money to invest in different portfolios. Also, from those investors, one might have too much amount of money but doesn't have a knowledge where to invest. However, investment companies have the knowledge to invest that this person lacks. So if this person afraid to invest this money because of thinking I do not have enough knowledge where to invest, these investment companies might help him. So after pooling different resources from different peoples, they will invest in diversified portfolios and bring the returns to the investors by taking some amount of commission for themselves. This is how both investment banks and mutual funds work, but their difference is very minor difference, and that is there are something called open-ended and closed-ended investment companies. Open-ended investment companies are mutual funds. So when these companies pool the money from different investors, they do not only take the money, they sell their shares to different investors, allowing even the small groups to buy it. So if there are mutual funds or open-ended investment companies, you cannot sell your shares in the secondary market. So for example, if these investors want to sell its shares, the share of this company, the investment company, if it's a member, cannot sell to any other person. Rather, every time he wants to sell his share, he can only sell to this investment company or to this mutual fund. So the mutual fund is continuously buying and selling its shares. So you cannot transfer it for another party. However, you can sell your share again to this investment company and take your money. However, when it comes to closed-ended investment companies, there is a predetermined fund size. Once the fund reaches its predetermined size, any investor cannot join. So for the assumption, if the company wants these 5 members only, just to make it simple, if let me think of it as a 5 shares and 1 year for 1 year investment period, this company will not, after selling these 5 shares, this company will not issue additional shares for another investor. And also, these investors cannot ask his money like the previous open-ended companies. He cannot say, give me my money and I will give your share back. He cannot